How's it going, everybody? Today we're going to be talking about the current state of Overwatch and a lot of the problems that are going on with the game right now. Overall, once Marvel Rivals came out, you would be damn near sure that the game was completely dead. I mean, look at Marvel Rivals and then look at Overwatch. Marvel Rivals has everything the Overwatch community has been asking for years. No role queue, 6v6, and every hero is actually viable. I mean, this is what we have been asking for since the dawn of Overwatch 2. And Blizzard sees this. They see what their community is saying, and instead of doing something, they drop another Reinhardt mythic. After talking with people in the community, I feel like I can speak for all of us when we say the updates and hotfixes do nothing for the game. Like, remember when Ramatra was doing completely fine and they took away his ability to punch through shields for no fucking reason? Better yet, just look at this Doomfist nerf and tell me this shit was needed. At this point, Blizzard just sees what the community is asking for, and then they walk in the exact opposite direction with no problem. And you would begin to wonder if Blizzard is just completely incompetent, but at this point, there's no fucking way they don't know what they're doing. Which brings me to another point in 6v6. Me personally, I'm absolutely all for it. But if they bring it back permanently, it really begs the question, what was the point of Overwatch 2 besides just a huge rebrand to save a dying game with outrageous queue times? Better yet, what was the point of Overwatch 2 besides money? Because good old Blizzard was supposed to drop a story mode for Overwatch 2, which was then postponed, and then it was postponed again, and then it was pretty much just completely forgotten about, which at this point, I don't know how much further Blizzard can stick their middle finger in our face. But let's just say hypothetically, right? Overwatch does bring back 6v6. How the fuck does that even remotely begin to solve the queue time issue that Overwatch 1 faced? Are players just gonna randomly start playing again because Blizzard dropped 6v6? There's no way. The community, for the most part, has already left and moved on to other games. Another big problem with the game is just playing the role of tank entirely. Playing tank is probably some of the least enjoyable shit you can ever do in your whole entire life. What I can most closely relate it to is lighting yourself on fire and then running away from water. Or banging your head on your desk and being mad you banged your head so you do it again. You guys get the point. But seriously, playing tank, you have the most responsibility and the least amount of impact. And one bad game will have your duo threatening to kill you. But every other game, when you're playing fairly decent, your Reaper has a fun way of dying 10 times in 5 minutes because he won't get out of the enemy's backline. And then he'll proceed to blame your healers for only healing the tank while they throw the rest of the game typing in chat. You wouldn't even believe how many games I have lost just based off my teammates completely throwing the game over one little disagreement in chat. And I feel as if I'm not the only one, because asking other tank mains, this is a fairly common occurrence. And not only is playing tank overall just a really shitty experience, you have to deal with counter swapping the entire game. I can guarantee you, if you are decent at Diva and play 10 games, 9 out of those 10 games, you are facing a Zarya sim after the first team fight. 100%. And then it just turns into a circle of hell of you going Diva, and them going Zarya, and then you going Zarya, and them going Winston, and then you going Winston, and them going Orisa. It's just a circle of hell that you cannot escape no matter what you do. And this makes you learn 4 or 5 tanks, which isn't necessarily a horrible thing, but at the same time, sometimes I just want to hop on Overwatch, hop on Diva, and have a good time, and not get counter swapped every single game. And this kind of all ties back into the updates and hotfixes that Overwatch releases. There's no real changes that are made to the game. Juno's ultimate is still a press Y to win the game. And I know Juno isn't the first character to be introduced that's been broken as fuck on launch. I remember Brig. I remember how horrible that was. It doesn't excuse that Overwatch has made no effort to fix this whatsoever besides a couple little nerfs. Her pick rate in my comp games is still through the roof. One nerf actually done correctly was the Sombra nerf. The Sombra nerf actually fixed a problem that was extremely prevalent in the game, but they can't do it for Juno, and it doesn't even have to be on the level of Sombra either. It could just be a hot fix or something that would be easily changed, like nerfing her ultimate just a little bit. Just do me a favor and go look at Juno's pick rate in GM and come back and tell me she's not the best healer in Overwatch right now. The way that I talk about it, you'd be almost positive that I hate this game, when in reality, all I want is what's best for it. Maybe one day Blizzard will start listening to their community and start making changes with the game. But anyway, that's going to do it for today's video. If you enjoyed, make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and go down in the comments and tell me what you think about what's going on with Overwatch right now. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and as always, stay lucky.